Imagine opening your eyes in total darkness, unable to move, barely able to breathe, and then realizing the horrifying truth. You're inside a coffin, buried underground, alive. In the 19th century, this wasn't just a nightmare people imagined. It was a fear so real that it haunted entire communities. When old graves were accidentally reopened, some coffins revealed something chilling. Deep scratch marks carved into the wood from the inside. Fingernail gouges. Panic marks. Signs that someone had woken up after being buried. Back then, medicine wasn't advanced enough to reliably confirm death. Doctors sometimes mistook comas, paralysis, or certain illnesses for death itself. A person could appear lifeless, no movement, faint breathing, cold skin, and be declared dead while they were actually still alive. Families, terrified of disease or decomposition, often buried bodies quickly. And every so often, someone woke up too late. The fear became so widespread that inventors created something called a safety coffin.
Behold, the
Inside the
safety
coffin, a string would be
Life
tied to
stirs
the
within.
person's
These
hand
strings
or
and
finger.
levers will signal
The
the
string
world.
ran through a small tube up to the surface of the grave, where it was connected to a bell mounted above the ground. If the impossible happened, if the person woke up in the coffin, all they had to do was move their hand. The bell would ring above the grave, alerting the cemetery watchman that someone below was still alive. Some designs even included breathing tubes, flags that could pop up from the ground, or glass windows so guards could check for movement. Cemeteries in parts of Europe reportedly hired night watchmen to listen for bells ringing from freshly buried graves. Imagine walking through a silent graveyard in the middle of the night, surrounded by rows of graves, listening for the faint sound of a bell ringing in the darkness. Some historians believe these safety coffins were rarely used, and that many of the designs were more inventions driven by fear than actual necessity. But the fear itself was real enough to change how people thought about death. In fact, some believe this is where the phrase, "saved by the bell," may have originated, though historians still debate that connection. Today, modern medicine makes premature burial extremely unlikely. Doctors have strict procedures to confirm death, and advanced technology can detect even the faintest signs of life. But the story of safety coffins remains one of the most chilling reminders of a time when death wasn't always certain, and sometimes the only thing standing between life and a horrifying fate underground was a tiny bell waiting to ring.